Yeah, it's a large hunting knife.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once the autopsy comes back, are you speculating that there could be any other kind of charges?
The results come back, I'll have to get with the prosecuting attorney and go over what they find on the autopsy. At this time, I have no idea. I was hoping it had been done by now, but it's not. I don't have the results back.
The unoccupied farm, was that his land or some land in his family?
It's some land that he knew of. The people had it for hunting only, as a friend of the family. He took care of, like, mowed the grass and took care of the property out there.
Are the children still in the house?
No, they're not.
What led you to the body? Did a searcher find it, or did they tell you where to find it?
Well, we got word that he had some property that he taken care of out there, and we went out there, and while we was there, we kind of went the wrong direction, led the wrong direction, so he agreed to come back and do a voice analysis test, and we found some different tracks and led down to the body.
Is it down on the creek?
No, ma'am.
How difficult was it to find the body?
Well, it took way too long. You know, when you have a missing juvenile for approximately 14 to 16 hours before you really start a good search is way too long. We have to react and get the calls quicker than what we really did here. But the parents and families was concerned. They was out looking door to door, but we need to notify and get our job going and get the news media helping us out trying to find a child. Like you all did in the past with the kidnapping of the lake, where the mother and stepdad went in at gunpoint and kidnapped the child. You all helped me. I didn't even qualify for Amber Alert, but I used the news media to post the kid's picture out. Channel 13 did, and to help me out, and so did the Eldon Advertiser. You all have to help us out.
So, do you think if you would have found her earlier, you could have found her alive?
I'm not saying that whatsoever. I will not say that.
Sheriff, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear.
I will not. I can't answer this question.
To an earlier question about how you discovered or found her body, did Steven lead you to her, or did you find her in the course of
He led us to a direction that way, but he did not lead us to the body. Did not.
Was he at the house when it was discovered that she was missing when the search began?
Yes, he was at the house.
Did he confess to the crime?
It's in my news release.
And do you know how long had he been living in that house?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I forget his age, but his mom and his parents live there, as long as they have, I guess.
It says he made a statement concerning the juvenile's disappearance. Is that the same as a confession? Because I think of those two words as different, statement and confession.
Pretty well true.
Did you say he lived in the house? I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
What made you suspect him? What made you turn your attention to him?
Oh, it just the way he answered some few questions and his actions and stuff. Kind of concerned us. It's.
Sheriff, what did you mean by that's pretty well true? What's pretty well true?
What was the question?
It was relating to whether he confessed or not. You're saying.
Did you read the news release?
I read it as quickly as I could.
Okay. I cannot go into all details because we're still investigating a lot of leads right now. If we didn't have enough to charge for murder one, we wouldn't have. Does that answer your question? Pretty well. Yes, sir. I had somebody back in the back with their hands up there. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Yes,
How many adults were living in the house? You said 5 kids. How many adults?
6.
Stephen's married, had a wife living in the house also?
Mary, the mother,
Yeah,
grandmother,
no. Was Stephen married? Is he married? Does he have a wife living in the house also?
they are separated. I don't know if they're divorced or if they are separated, not living together.
Were the 5 juveniles, and that included Macala, are they all brothers and sisters, or some of those cousins?
I really can't answer that question
There
this
were
time.
multiple families living
Yes,
in the
ma'am.
house.
You said you're following leads. Do you believe that others may have been involved?
I can't answer that at this time. No, I cannot answer that question.
What about the mother? Is she on the way here?
She's on the way here. I'm supposed to meet with her tomorrow afternoon. and the biological father.
Is she on her way back from Afghanistan, I understand?
Yes, ma'am, she is.
She's a soldier.
Pardon me?
Is she regular Army or National Guard?
She's in regular Army.
I'm sure this is a pretty rare crime that happens in this area, so what kind of a toll has it taken?
Ma'am, I've had a lot of rare crimes happening in Miller County. I've had over 6 shaken babies in 2.5 years. We're like any other county have crime. You know, like Cole County, I can't say about Boone County while I go there, but Miller County had a lot of crime here.
I just meant, how are you dealing with it as a department, emotionally?
Well, you know, every case we work, every death we have here is different. You know, and my staff, if they need assistance, we have assistants here, religion, and pastors come in and talk to us. But you know, I hear a lot of times like the conflict of interest. There's no conflict of interest. We have a job to do, and we're going to do a thorough job. Sometimes you want answers before I can give answers to you all, but I'll assure you, once I can, I'll give you everything I can at that time. I had a young man 4 or 5 years ago from Channel 13 News came to my hayfield. I was baling square bales. Yeah, sure did. His name is Matt. Good man. And he got a good news release. But whenever I can give one to you, I always do.
I'm sorry, I was having a harder time hearing back there.
Come
so
on
if
up.
I'm repeating, I apologize. I believe she asked, statement, in your mind, is it the same as a confession? Because we just need to be very clear before we report something like that.
It'll help. He has been charged for murder 1. The probable cause statement is up in the court. It's a public thing. You all can go by that. There's the things I can and cannot discuss with you, and that is one of them right now. I'm sorry.
Probable cause statement, has anyone received a copy of that already?
Yeah, I can't download it on my phone, so there's no self-service here.
You'll find probably the answer to this question.
Okay.
Sure. First degree murder usually indicates premeditation. To charge for that, can you describe anything that would lead you to believe that the crime was premeditated?
Not this time. I cannot discuss that with you. I'm sorry.
Was there a problem with drugs in that house?
Not that I'm aware of this time, no.
Sheriff, is there any evidence of sexual assault?
I haven't got the results back from the autopsy. That's the reason I'm waiting around. If there is, we'll have to get the prosecutor and more charges be filed. But this time, I cannot answer your question.
Excuse me, can you tell me what the nature of some of the other calls were to that house?
Child abuse, you know, DFS, hotlines, domestic, stuff like that.
Did any of those ever involve this particular young child?
No.
Will you be sending out another press release when the autopsy report comes in?
If I'll get with the prosecuting attorney, and if we see that we need to send one out, we will do that. Then I'll call you all to meet again. That's fine. If you don't, I'll just send it all out like I do in the past. Seal.
Sheriff,
Yes, sir.
you mentioned DFS had been out to the house before. Did any of those calls relate to Steve Henderson, to your knowledge?
When you say Steve Henderson, which one? There's more than one. That's the reason I'm saying you got to make sure you know which one we're talking about. Junior, number 2.
Jerry. Stephen Henderson.
Jerry.
Jerry's one of the two. Only one Steve. Yeah, Steve, the
No.
step-uncle.
No.
The one that's charged with first-degree murder?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Sheriff, I'm sorry to make you repeat. I just want to make sure I have this clear. So as far as the charges, Steve Henderson is the only one at this point who's charged in relation to the murder. The charge for Jerry arose unrelated to the murder, but during your
Yes, sir. That's correct.
during your search for Macala. Is that
That's exactly right. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Steven Henderson, where is he employed, or is he employed?
Unemployed.
He's unemployed? Okay.
Man, you all called me so many times. You no more questions here? My phone ran off the hook. Y'all ain't answering no more?
Any of those calls that they talked about, the previous ones, did any of those have
Pardon,
anything
one more time?
Any of those calls that were mentioned earlier to the home, any of those involve Jerry, the brother that is also being held?
No.
No?
The family called me a while ago earlier. They have one news station had the wrong names mixed up with the that I did not even put out.
I'm referring to the calls for law enforcement and things like that. None of those involve Jerry. Is that what you just said?
No, no.
You said that you're still investigating. What's left to investigate at this point?
A lot. We have a lot more. I mean, where do you want to start? We have to follow up on the leads we've already done. You know, once you do your first investigation, you just don't stop and say, I'm done. It's ongoing. Yes, ma'am.
Is there any reason to believe that any of the other children that have lived at the home are in danger or would have been in danger?
Not at this time.
And you're meeting with the mother and the biological father tomorrow? Is that what you
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, how did the 13-year-old end up being in the home if the mother was deployed and the biological father wasn't there?
They are separated. She had remarried.
I'm confused. She had been married to this Steven Henderson?
She's married to him. She was married to somebody else prior. She divorced and remarried.
The biological dad, that's who she was married to, or another person?
Do you know who the biological father was and where he lived?
Yeah, I know him. I've met with him. I'm meeting with him tomorrow.
Does he live here in Miller County?
No.
Okay, so she was married to but separated with Steven Henderson.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. She's married to Steve Henderson now. She was married to Jerry. She was married to somebody else in the past and had children by him. They got divorced, and she remarried to Jerry.
Jerry the second.
The second.
How many children did she have, sir?
I didn't ask her. I have no idea.
Okay.
She's not even around here right now.
So what are some of the questions you're still looking answers for?
Well, we have more people to interview and follow-up interviews, different leads. We're checking out if they had any girlfriends or stuff like that in the area. We have some more juveniles interview and stuff to follow up on what they've already told us with DFS and juvenile authorities. And the main thing, I'm waiting for the autopsy to get back, is our number one thing right now. And after that, we'll take it one step at a time. But I assure you, if anything else comes up, I'll get with the assistant and the prosecutor, Matt Howard, and if we have any more information about this, I will be getting hold of you all, okay? Anything other questions?
I do have one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
please. Is it true that there was a surveillance camera in that house? Was it some kind of 3D
I cannot
security
discuss this
system?
with you at this time.
Okay.
I do want to thank you and thank you for your cooperation. I'll assure you when I have some more, I'll be calling and sending it out to you all.